Hello everybody, welcome back. So let's have a look at altcoins as a whole as this video. I suppose we're going to address, is there going to be a continuation of the current alt season? Not an alt season, as I hear a lot of people talk about. Is there going to be an alt season? When's this alt season? Are my alts going to go up? At the end of the day, and I've said it a few times, if you follow the channel, we got in over here. This was the beginning of the alt season, and this is where alt seasons really, make a big difference. Getting in at the ground floor when alts are on the floor, struggling to breathe, and nobody wants them. You get in at the bottom. That's how you get your 10x's. That's how you get your 20x's. That's how you get 100x's. Is by doing that. So doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing. Bitcoin is distracting everybody. More Bitcoin, buy more Bitcoin, buy more. Hang on a minute, what's happening here? Yeah. So that's the vibe. So when people say when's this alt season, I'd say it's right under your under your nose. The alt season has been here for a considerable amount of time, and if you haven't seen that, and if you're still asking questions about when's the alt season, I suppose you're either not addressing you're not phrasing it correctly. The alt season has been going on since January, and could find continuation, right? So, I suppose what people are wanting to know is, are my altcoins going to go up or down? I think that's what people are looking to say, because alt season technically, you could argue that it's still in play, but you're going to get diminishing returns, I would expect, at this level. The clever money goes in at the top, the smart money rotates, well, wherever the bottom might be. This could be the bottom, but there's no way to say that this actually is the bottom. There's no indicator to say here that we are going to bounce and reverse from here. But 50% dominance does sound like, it does kind of offer a, I suppose that psychological, all right, maybe this could be the area for a bounce, because a lot of trading, at the end of the day, I mean, we bounced here on exactly 50% dominant, just a tiny little smidgen below. You couldn't make it up, could you? So, and is there any reason for it to bounce at 50%? Not really. Not really. Historically, we've been in and out of that 50% zone. It's kind of in and out, but we bounced more or less on 50% over here. So, yeah, I suppose you could argue that we did find a top here. We did find a nice pump over here, but really 50% is 50%. It's just that, it's 50-50, and that's really how I would make the case right now. So that's the Bitcoin dominance chart. So like I say, I don't want to upset anybody with this video. It's not my intention. It is 50-50, and by 50-50 it means could go either way. But alt season has been going on for a while now, and for you to ask where and when is the alt season is a misguided question. Alt season has been pretty successful, in all fairness, and it's actually been the best alt season I've seen since 2017. So what we're going to first of all and mainly look at is the top cap coins and how their charts compare to Bitcoin. We're going to give them an overview, and if their charts look better than Bitcoin's, there is a chance that we will break down below 50, and if that is the case, then alt season may continue. And at the moment, what we're seeing across the board is a lot of these smaller cap coins. Obviously, we're seeing some decent bounces now, but overall, they've all reached a peak. And this is something that we spoke about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, about how the strength is going to be in the top cap altcoins, which is what they were. And the last pumps that we did get was for the top cap altcoins. And again, it's all based on charts. It's not based on anything. I don't have tattoos of EOS or Chainlink or anything like that. It's all based on charts. So, and again, if you follow this channel, we have made some really good trades since January. Some really good ones. We got in at the bottom of Holochain, got in at the bottom of Harmony One, Seller, Fet AI. Many epic runs. 10x, 20x, 30x moves. We've done them all, and I'm not saying that they're over, but their charts don't look the same as the top cap coins. So let's have a look. So this is Ethereum to Bitcoin on the daily. What does it look to me? It looks like it's a little overexposed. However, it is a strong looking chart, I have to say. Golden cross back here, big peak, big dip, big peak. What is likely to come next? Probably a bit of a pullback, I would argue, a bit of a pullback. But overall, the chart looks quite good. I would argue that this chart is actually bullish still. This is compared to Bitcoin. That basically makes this chart stronger than Bitcoin's. It's going to be vulnerable to Bitcoin coming down, but overall this is a stronger chart than Bitcoin. The reason we say that, we're above all major moving averages, and they're all diverging, and every aspect of this chart is bullish. Even the RSI, as exposed as it is, it's not overexposed. This one gets the nod from me. It's stronger than Bitcoin. Okay, that's in the favor of altcoin strength, Bitcoin dominance going below 50. That's got the nod from me. Different setup here with Litecoin. So just very briefly, what we've got here is an incoming golden cross. We've got perhaps maybe an uptrend beginning. So this could be interesting if this were to continue. This would mean that Litecoin has actually got quite a long way to rally in comparison to other coins like Ethereum. So Ethereum's already rallying, so we know that, and it's already reached a peak. It's already got its golden cross and it's already diverging. Now this one hasn't yet got that, so this says that there could be incoming strength provided we remain above 4,200 sats. That's where we need to stay above. If we break down below there, then the setup becomes, well, close to being void. At the moment, I like this setup. It looks good. I would argue that this is going to be vulnerable to Bitcoin, but at the same time strong in comparison. So this one gets the nod from me. This one should be okay in comparison to Bitcoin. Overall the chart is better. Remember, all of these that we're looking at is versus Bitcoin. They're all versus Bitcoin. So it's bullish versus Bitcoin at the moment, yet to be confirmed into a significant uptrend. Volatility will enter this market for Litecoin up and down. It gets shaky when you get these golden crosses and so on. But it does look quite good, yet to be confirmed. Well, we all know what's gone on with Binance Coin, and this looks like a great chart. So this one, no real need to even begin to criticize this one in the way that it looks. It's strong comparison to Bitcoin, very strong, and absolutely every component of this chart remains strong. This will be a strong chart, and it remains a strong chart. So this one gets the nod from me. Strong versus Bitcoin. Okay, so things are looking good here. So let's have a look at Ethereum Classic. Okay, Ethereum Classic just got its golden cross back down here. A nice wick down here, bought straight back up. Looking pretty good. Looking very good, I would say, actually. Looking very good. Strong versus Bitcoin. You don't need me to tell you that. You can see that an uptrend is beginning, and it's a very aggressive one, above all the major moving averages. It's your cloud going green over here. Doesn't mean that we're going to instantly rally the second you watch this video. That's not what my intention is. These aren't signals. I'm not giving you calls or anything. I'm putting a case for a continuation of an alt season. Bitcoin dominance breaking down below 50. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? So this is strong against Bitcoin as well. Another top cap coin. Chainlink, okay, similar kind of vibe to Litecoin. In fact, a little weaker, but still kind of nice to see that it's pulling itself out the depths of hell. Strong versus Bitcoin, you can see uptrend beginning, golden cross forming, divergence is playing out. Everything's looking really good. I like that. That's good. So this one would likely, if allowed to, again, we're weak at this moment in time. We're weak. We've not got those crosses. We're not diverging correctly. This is perhaps the very infancy of an uptrend. An uptrend in the fetus stage, right? Just want to coin that. I just want to get that out there. Hopefully it'll catch on. And EOS on the daily, not particularly good. In fact, pretty shocking, actually. So yeah, a potential breakdown for EOS. But EOS, we look at things in a different way. So now let's go to the next level of confirmation. We'll look at the things on the weekly. Okay, we'll start and going back in reverse. So EOS here versus Bitcoin on the weekly. What do we see? We're at least above the center of the Bollinger Band. We come down to test it. That's down at 964 sats. That's okay. That's okay to me. Not particularly strong on this chart, I have to say. It's different when you look at it versus Tether, but against Bitcoin, it is above all the major moving averages. They are kind of beginning to make their crosses. So this could be viewed as the very, very, very bottom, ready for a trend reversal, which is going to be volatile in its move up, and it will probably take the best part of the year to really start to gain against Bitcoin significantly. But I think that this is the bottom, and if that is the bottom, then we are looking to make some decent rallies. And if that is the case, then yeah, if we broke above this cloud for whatever reason, which again would take perhaps maybe could even take all the way through to September, then that's when the real rally would begin. And that would be quite fitting with the way that the chart looks on the bigger picture, that it's going to be a slow and steady struggle throughout the year, but towards the end of the year it will gain massive strength and make some significant moves. So we're only talking about doubling and from now into September against Sats. But remember, Sats is misleading, doesn't mean that its tether value won't increase by more than double. It depends on what Bitcoin's price is, isn't it? So let's go to Chainlink. What's Chainlink look like on the weekly? It's actually a bit better than EOS. We're above all the major moving averages here. Volatility clearly wanting to come back into the market, and has every opportunity to perform that uptrend. We've got a cross here on the MACD, that's good. Volumes trickling back into this in quite a large way actually on the money flow index. That looks good on the weekly too. Walking back in reverse here, I'm just rushing through this video. So Ethereum Classic a bit overextended here on the weekly, definitely. This looks like it's going to turn green shortly, which would give the bulls a further nod. Ethereum Classic, to be honest with you, over the period of this year, I would expect some really big moves. With money flow index coming up so rapidly, it does lend itself to maybe reaching a kind of a peak at some point soon. Maybe similar to how this one looked over here, very peaky and then a consolidation down, but still overall pretty good. But yeah, significant rally so far and looking pretty peaky, if not now, relatively soon. Binance coin, definitely a bit peaky here on the weekly, so I'm not saying that anything's going to rally on this one soon. Look, without going through every single coin, what we see here is a general picture of top cap coins. There's obviously a few I've not looked at, but I imagine they're all going to follow the same kind of pattern. So Bitcoin Cash, XRP, the top cap coins remain strong. It doesn't mean that, like I say, the second you watch this video, they're going to instantly go up. We're looking at things on dailies and weeklies against Bitcoin. They are all in uptrends and they're all relatively strong, looking like they want to have continuation. In fact, when we look at BNB here, this one actually has a really, really strong cross. We're looking overextended in the short term. I would expect perhaps maybe downside, maybe even coming down to around about 66,000 sats, which is a significant pullback. It would maintain its structural integrity against Bitcoin as a very strong chart. Like I say, just because you watch this video doesn't mean it's going to instantly rocket the second the video is finished. That's not the intention. The intention is to measure the charts versus Bitcoin, and all these are top cap coins. These are all looking very good against Bitcoin. This lends itself to the Bitcoin dominance breaking down below 50, inevitably, but doesn't mean it's going to happen today or tonight or tomorrow morning or 10:30 on Wednesday. It doesn't mean any of that. It's just I'm giving you an idea of what is shaping up nicely on the weeklies and the dailies versus Bitcoin. So it's actually looking good. So this is, again, it's all the same kind of vibe. Everything's got the same kind of vibe. Essentially things reaching their bottoms and beginning uptrends, which really does lend itself favorably to altcoins in the long haul. All right. If you're holding on to altcoins at the moment, I'm holding on to a lot of altcoins at the moment because I bought in at the bottoms. I'm happy to hold onto those because those are great allocated positions. I'm happy to watch my portfolio fluctuate up and down. Those sort of things don't faze me because I'm pretty confident in the positions that I bought in. Some of these were all the way back in January. I very much doubt they're going to retrace below where I bought them from. I'm looking for not just 10x's, I'm looking for some of these things to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100x's, depending on the tokens that I've bought. And I like what I see here. So the overall picture is good. It is good. But remember, we're in a downtrend at the moment with the overall market. Your portfolio balance is likely to see a reduction in its value, okay, if you're holding on to things. Don't lose sight of the overall picture. Top cap coins look great. That will then transfer to the Bitcoin dominance, which will break down. That will lend itself to a further rotation of market caps. Overall, your coin, which is likely getting wrecked right now, and it's a sweeping statement, but mid caps will then start to feel the pumps. That will then trickle into the small caps, but the best ones at the moment are clearly the top cap coins, and there's no denying that. A lot of these coins that I've looked at now, especially the ones that have already done the 10, 20x's, the ones that we've been trading before, things like FET, things like Holochain, of course they're going to get bounces. They're volatile now. They were rubbish before. We bought them at the bottom, and now they've rallied. They've finished that rally. They are consolidating. They will then need to accumulate, and then they will go on again to rally. It's not the same story with these top cap coins. They began a strong rally. They remain strong charts. And they will likely see the first addition to this new push of alt dominance. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen today. So overall, I like what I'm seeing. I'm happy to hold, and depending on obviously what you are holding, I wouldn't. This is a blanket statement. Altcoins, all altcoins are different. You have to be based upon their charts. But if we're talking and referring to the Bitcoin dominance chart breaking down below 50, I think it is inevitable, but it doesn't mean that it's going to happen today, tomorrow, or 10:30 on Wednesday, or whatever it is that you're looking to sit down and buy a coin. Right? Remember to buy your coins based upon chart analysis, which is why I don't make calls. I don't have a signals group. I do have a Telegram. I do have a Patreon. And it's all about learning. It's not about me telling you what to do. It's me showing you what I do and how I'm able to buy these bottoms and how I'm able to get out relative to the top and things like that, which is much better. I would rather teach people how to do things than tell people what to do. You want to be empowered, right? Wouldn't it be better to be able to do this yourself and not have to sit around and wait for somebody to make a YouTube video or to make a tweet? Wouldn't it be better for you to just be able to look at this yourself, analyze it yourself, make those decisions yourself? And that's what all this is all about. This video, my Patreon, everything, that's what it's all about. I want you to be able to do it yourself. I don't want to have to tell everybody what to do. That's just not my intention, and it's also not a responsible thing to do at all. And I would be very, very, very skeptical of anyone who tries to sell signals groups to you. Anyone could make a signals group. Doesn't mean that their signals are accurate. Work it out for yourself is much better. Anyway, that's enough for today. I will leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.